right, welcome to another episode of Rewriting Reality. I am Shiraz, your reality interventionist, and we've got another amazing guest for you today. If you're new to the show, I'm going to let you know what the format is like. So I bring on a guest, and we find out some things about that guest and why they're awesome, and then they coach me. So live on the show, I get coached by my guests, which is great because, free coaching. Okay. So that happens. Then we flip it around and I coach them using something called energetic magic. And, I ask my guests, are you willing to be vulnerable? Because we may go deep and we'll see what happens. Now, last month we had a guest, SD Star. And just to give you an idea of the various personalities we have, SD Star had her little, let's see how it says, reality interventionist for me. I don't know if you're going to see it on that side or that side because I get reversed. But hers said marketing genius. I'm like, damn, that's what you're going to put. And by the end of the episode, I was like, oh my God, that's genius. So she earned the title during the episode. Today, we've got a badass guest. So, oh, look, happy Monday. Thank you for being on the show. Let's bring out Dr. Barnsley Brown, badass business coach. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome.
Thank you. And badass cat right behind me.
Badass cat. All right. So let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Barnsley. She offers kick-ass business motivational presentations and Reiki trainings that help big-hearted business owners reach six figures and more fast and fun. For over 20 years, she has provided over 2,000 presentations to a range of organizations, including the Environmental Protection Agency, Deloitte and Touche, eWomen Network, the Financial Executives Networking Group, Women in Networking, the National Association of Women Business Owners, the North Carolina Small Business Center Network, Career and Technical Education Associations, Chambers of Commerce, and many more. She is a sought-after radio and podcast guest and hosts a weekly bold, badass business show. Welcome, Dr. Barnsley.
I'm so happy to be here with you, Shiraz. Me and the menagerie, because one of our foster dogs, Fezziwig, is right down here and it's thundering here. So you all, if you hear him whimpering, that's not me and that's not Shiraz.
Well, longtime viewers are very used to animals being on the show, so
Good.
Don't worry about it. Just before the show, she was talking about how he was scared, and I said, "Just put him in your lap." And she's like, "He's 60 pounds." I'm like, "Just put him in your lap. It's all good here."
Yeah, then my legs will fall asleep, and yeah, because he's a big boy. He's a boxer. So this is fun, Shiraz. I love this. I love that you were on my show last week, and I'm getting to see you again in 1 week. What could be better than that? And I've really been looking forward to this because I definitely have some issues for you to coach me on.
Okay.
So I'm coaching you first. Is that right?
Well, first we're gonna learn a little bit about you. I mean, I
Okay.
gave you the intro. However, like, what got you into this? Why do you do what you do?
Oh, wow. You know what? Years ago in 1992, I was the 6-car and a 7-car pileup, Shiraz. And I was going 45 miles an hour and had very little space between me and that big car in front of me. And at that moment when I hit, I had just enough time to say, "Help me, Jesus." I'm serious. That's what came out. "Help me, Jesus." And then we hit, and my car was totaled. It was an old Volvo and it was virtually indestructible. The thing was totaled. I never saw it again. The wife of my favorite professor, my poetry professor, who I just adored, was a Reiki level 2 practitioner, Shiraz, and she offered me Reiki. And in 30 minutes, I had no pain, right? And that's when I said, OMG, this stuff works. I've had it offered to me before. I thought it was weird, but this stuff works. And it was just a couple of months after I got back on the bus. I had to ride the bus back to my hometown because I was out of town. I was going to a poetry event. I rode the bus back with my friend who was with me, and I went to church, and a professor friend of mine said, "Oh, good to see you, Barnsley." I said, "Oh my God, Sarah, I had the wildest experience with this thing called Reiki." And she said, "You mean Reiki, Barnsley? Oh, I'm studying it this weekend. Why don't I work on you?" Don't you love that, Shiraz? It was
Always
all
works out. It just works out.
I was set up. The universe set me up for the best thing in my life. And to this day, every day, 32 years later, every day I practice Reiki on myself. I did 45 minutes this morning along with self-hypnosis, and it is the source of my youthful good looks. Those of you who are on here, I hope you have a good sense of humor. But seriously, I'm 58 and a half, in fact, on this.
Good.
Yeah. And people never guess that. In my energy level, they never guess it either. But Reiki keeps you young. So that was really the portal that opened for me to study a lot of stuff to answer your question, Shiraz. And I use tapping, the form of tapping created by Dr. Roger Callahan, thought field therapy. I use that. I use dowsing. I use many things many modalities I've studied within more traditional coaching, right? Business coaching, because we got to move the energy, and we've got to move the energy. We can't just give strategy, because if the mindset and the energetic blueprint are off, then the strategy is never going to be applied by the client. So we do both together, and I love it.
An important thing, because I've been in programs where they're just teaching strategies, and then they're saying, "Why aren't people implementing these strategies?" I'm like, "Because you haven't shifted their mindset yet."
Exactly, and that's why you have such a crappy 3% success rate on most of those programs, because the mindset hasn't been shifted, and also the energetic blueprint. Because see, here's the thing, and I know you know this, we all have an energetic blueprint that we have. Sometimes we've just accepted it from society, parts of it, but it's like it's as if we would say, hey, I want to build this multi-billion-dollar business, and it's like the castle, and yet the blueprint is a shanty. Like a shanty, or maybe a cardboard box under an overpass. And so we've got to have both there. And that's why I have such a great success rate in bringing my people into six figures and more, because I have a 97% success rate, Shiraz. I'm really proud of that. Like, I took the 3% and turned it on its head. I was like, F this. I'm turning that on its head, because I don't feel comfortable accepting a lot of remuneration from people without providing what I promise. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there who do that. They take people's money, and people go into huge debt, and it really bothers me. And they don't get the results because there isn't that piece that's included in whatever the program is. Yep. So there you go.
I remember one of my clients is in a business program, and she was talking with the business coach, and he's like, you need to implement these things. And she goes, I'm having a lot of problems doing that. I'm getting nervous. And he goes, I'm not a life coach, I'm a business coach. I'm just telling you what to do. and she's like, well, okay. So it's neat, because there's some people just have that, nope, this is what I do, and if you don't do it, that's completely on you. I'm like, but then how do you get them to complete your programs?
They don't. The answer is they don't.
So,
and they give up, and they go on to the next thing, trying to find the magic pill. And we know the magic pill doesn't exist. It does not exist. The one thing that is going to make you an overnight success does not exist. But, you and I've talked about, there's certain things you absolutely want to look for in someone you're going to work with. And I would say to everybody that when you're going to work with someone on your business, make sure that you also find somebody who does have a lot of healing modalities under their belt, because you're going to need it. I do this stuff on me, and thank God for that, because being in business is not for the faint of heart. It is an undertaking, and there is not a buffer zone between you and the rest of the world, really. And so you can't blame it on your boss, right? Oh, I have such a bad boss, I'm self-employed. we can't, there's no buffer zone there. And that's the thing I also love about it, Shiraz, is that, you know, we see stuff right up in our face. I do every day. I've got a good thing for us to work on. You're going to coach me on my inner
Okay.
teenagers. Okay.
Okay.
Because my inner teenager recently is just like, we don't need to work. Let's not work. Let's go have fun. And I believe that's important too. But my inner teenager is, yeah, my inner teenager needs to be reined in just a little bit, or somehow get on board with the things we get to do right now.
Yes, because if it's only the fun and none of the work, then that's an issue in business as well.
Right, exactly. Well, thankfully, I have leveraged a lot, so I can, you know, I can do my, I'm still continue to do the work, but they're extra projects that are not getting done. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're going to coach me later, so let's coach you first. All right.
Okay.
Or do you want to ask me some questions? Who's here? Y'all say something in the comments. All right. We want to know you're here and ask questions too. That's always fun.
They pop up now and then, and
every now and again they pop
yeah,
up.
they go. And so yeah, so with your coaching, it's I mean it's interesting because you're talking about the combination, because most of what you're talking about has been on the coaching of who they are so that they can move forward. But you're a badass business coach.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and I love that, because if you can have all the tools in the world, and if you don't start to change who you are, they just sit there or they get used incorrectly. So you can say, well, I used them, but nothing happened.
They didn't work for me.
Yeah. So, okay. So as far as coaching me, I don't even know where to start here. Where do we want to start with this?
Let's do something different. I was kind of tuning in before to see, you know, because we could do something that's very about strategy and creative marketing, because I love those things. I'm like a creative marketing expert, if you want to talk about expertise in small business. But I feel like there's something that we should just tap out. And yeah, let's just tap that thing out. So why don't you just allow, and what I like is when I'm working with people, we'll be talking about something and then something will come up that we need to clear. So how about just letting rise up into your mind a stress or frustration you have right now?
Okay. So wait a sec. When you say tap out, do you mean tapping?
Yeah.
Okay, so we won't be doing tapping. And that's simply because physically the wrists don't move and the arms are restricted, so I won't be able to hit all the tapping spots.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no, but you can. Okay. They're all in the face.
Yeah. Face and hands. I get that. And I can only go so far before I get stuck.
Okay. Yeah. Well, did you know I can tap as your proxy?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, look at me learning.
So I'm going to be Shiraz right now. Wait, okay. I have to get really cool, because, you know, I got to get cool because you're cool. I'll be like, okay, I got to get more. Yeah. Because you're cool. You talk about this cat. You're a cool cat. So yeah, let rise up a stress or frustration that you have in your mind. You can close your eyes if that helps. Sometimes it helps people focus in.
Stress and frustration that's going on right now is there's been a few people that have contacted me, say, I want to work with you. They said, this is the program I want. And then they're disappearing. And it's not even like I went and found them. They came to me.
Yeah.
Said, I want this. And
I love it. So, what's the thought? Is that I'm really tired of people who waste my time, or I'm really tired of people who come to me and say they want this and then disappear? What's the actual thought?
It's the second one.
All right. I'm really tired of I'm writing this down. Okay. Tired of people who come to me and want what I have or want my program.
Yeah.
Which one? Want what I have? My program?
Any of the programs, like one person wanted to, I just launched a new business program and they said they wanted in and then disappeared. Another person said, I want private coaching. I don't want to work with anyone. I want to do private coaching with you. And completely adamant, let's get this started. And then we had our first appointment and they just didn't show.
They didn't show up. All right. Okay. I hope you got a deposit there,
No, that was when we were going to go through the whole thing and get that.
Oh gosh, that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, from a business standpoint, I'll say one thing before we tap, if you'd like me to. I have learned that in order to help people keep their commitments to themselves, that we take that non-refundable tuition payment or that non-refundable program payment, we take it immediately when we talk with them on the phone. We take it then before we ever set the actual first appointment. So
yeah, and typically I do that. We were actually at a social thing. During the social thing, she was going through some stuff. And I'm like, I can shift that for you. And then after it shifted, she goes, oh my God, we totally need to work together. And so I had my phone. So I said, just scan this. We'll make an appointment. We'll discuss the whole thing. And then that was it. So I didn't even think deposit at that time. It was just like, she's so excited. She's in. She
did. So what did you learn?
I learned, even then get a deposit, which means I have to put something on my phone to take that.
Exactly. Or at least just give her your Venmo, have her send it by Venmo or Zelle or Cash App, or even Facebook has the great marketplace thing. I use it all the time. You can use it for anything. Yeah, just get it right then and do the happy dance. We can't assume that somebody, and I get it, Shiraz, I can tell you so many stories where I just bypassed my normal. And we just had a comment. Somebody was just making a comment there. I didn't catch it completely, but the thing is, yes, the deposit, yes, and make sure you put non-refundable. And I actually say to people, of course, your tuition is non-refundable. And that's because I'm going to help you keep your commitment to you and your vision. And then I might say what we've talked about, your vision of XYZ. But I make it very clear that it is non-refundable. I have them put that when they send it to me. I like Zelle and Venmo, by the way, because I don't like that 3% taken out.
Yeah, except I'm in Canada where it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Okay, but you should have some version of that. You can check out and see what you have. And you do have Facebook. So
yeah,
you should be
I can put a link to my payment processor on my phone.
And you could just get Stripe, right? Or whatever as the equivalent there in Canada. Yeah, I forgot you were in Canada. But the point is, take it then. When that person is excited, you say, okay, let's go ahead and get your non-refundable tuition in. And then we'll get you set up for your appointment tomorrow. Or first thing Monday morning, we'll have our first appointment. But yeah, never bypass our normal, because that's when we get into trouble. I always ask myself that question, by the way, how am I responsible for this?
Yeah.
Right. And because that's the place of power. And then we realize, oh, here's what I need to change. And we can do it. All right. So back to, I'm really tired of people who come to me and are excited and want my programs and then disappear. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 is no stress and 10 is the most amount of stress. Where are you with that?
4.
Okay. So we're not on the right thing yet. There's something more powerful for you.
Well, I don't really get that upset about anything. So 4 is high for me.
Yeah, but there's something deeper.
Okay.
Let's look deeper. Let's go a little deeper. You game?
I'm game.
The coaching. We coach each other. Okay. So let's go deeper.
Okay.
People are disappearing on me because, just fill in the blank.
Because they're flaky.
And people are saying they really want what I have, but then disappearing. And that makes me feel
frustrated.
And then when I feel frustrated, I also feel like they don't
care.
And I feel frustrated. I feel like they don't care. And I feel like they don't
respect me.
Mm-hmm. Now we're getting to something. You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
People who disappear on me after they said they want what I have don't respect me. I'm tired of people disrespecting me by disappearing after they say they want what I have. Okay, so close your eyes for a second. I want you to think of this. I'm tired of people disappearing on me because they don't respect me. And notice that scale of 0 to 10 and let me know where you are.
It's more of a 7.
It's a 7. Okay. And let's try one more thing. I'm hearing the word I'm sick. I'm sick of people disrespecting me and disappearing on me. Notice that scale of 0 to 10. And where are you?
7, maybe 8.
Okay. I'm sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me in my work. Scale of 0 to 10. Where are you?
8.
Perfect. We got it.
Okay.
I'm sick and tired of people. I want to get the exact wording down. Sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And by the way, everyone who's watching, if this is an issue for you, you can get cleared by this work too. How cool is that? All right. So Shiraz, do you agree for me to be your proxy for the points that you can't reach?
Yep.
Whatever. And as long as you can reach them, yay. If you can't reach them, I'm going to be doing them too. I always tap with my folks. So I'm sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me in my work. We're at an 8 with that. All right. Hang on one second. I want to check out our algorithm that we're going to use. And make sure. I always like to double check. I like to use different systems to do things. So I double check with different systems. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. I need my glasses here. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, this has been getting to you, huh? Yeah. All right, good.
Yeah. It wasn't a problem. It was the month and a half ago it happened, and then after the first person, like 3 people in a row. So it's just something that's popped up.
How perfect. And it's great because you and I are just being vulnerable, which is the thing. If you're going to choose a coach, I just want to say that to everybody listening, choose a coach who gets coached.
Yes.
And is coachable, right? I counted up and I had 16 coaches in the last 4 years, because I cannot stand here. I'm sitting right now, but I cannot sit here and say I'm a coach unless I'm doing work on myself, constantly being coached and being coachable and making myself better and better and what I offer better and better. And I know you're the same too, Shiraz. All right. So back to, I'm sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And we're going to tap the collarbone points, which are right here at a V-neck. All right. And I'm being your proxy right now. So just keep focusing on, I'm sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Good. That's already working. You can tell by the yawn. Now we're going to tap under the eyes. I'm being your proxy. I'm sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And now we're going to go back to the collarbone, and it's already moving. I can feel it. I'm sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Good. And now we're going to tap under the nose right here. I'm really sick and tired of people disrespecting me and disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And then under the lips, I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Great. And I'll stop tapping. Just close your eyes, focus on any remaining issue, 0 to 10. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And notice that scale of 0 to 10 and let me know where you are.
It's down to a 6.
Awesome. Great. So now we're going to do, and have a sip of water. Do you have some water there, I hope?
Yep.
And I will too. Hydration is super important as we do this before, during, and after, because it helps move the stuff out of the body. So I'm tapping the outer collarbones, and I want you just to continue focusing on, I'm sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Great. And now I'm going to tap the outer points on the outer sides of the hands. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Now we're going to tap the outer eye. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And then under the eyes, I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And then we're going to tap the collarbone again. I'm really sick of people disappearing on me, sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And we'll tap under the eyes. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And back to the collarbone. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And one more thing, I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. All right, great. Just close your eyes, focus on any remaining issue. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And notice that scale of 0 to 10 and just let me know where you are.
And now we're down to 3.
Awesome. Great. All right. So now I want you, you can't hold this perhaps, but I will for you. I'm going to hold right here and right here. Okay. So I'm sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. I am sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. I'm going to do the collarbone. Under the eyes. Back to the collarbone. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Then we're going to do the outer eyes. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. The little finger. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Under the eyes. Under the nose. Under the lips. And collarbone. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Under the eyes. Collarbone. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. And keep your focus there. One more thing. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Great. You can stop. Just relax, close your eyes, and focus on, I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me and my work. Notice that scale of 0 to 10 and let me know where you are.
Yeah.
0.
0. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So we're going to test this out, Shiraz. This is always really fun. And then I'm going to tell you which algorithms we use. Drink some water, though, first. Let's do that.
Okay.
Water. All right. So, Shiraz, you're really sick and tired of people disappearing on you and disrespecting you and your work.
Not really.
Good. And that's
Mm.
how we know it worked. And I'll
Mhm.
tell you, so often when I do this work with people, Shiraz, it cracks me up because I'll say something to them like, "You're fat and ugly and nobody loves them." Whatever it is that we were working on. "You're fat and ugly, nobody loves you." And they're like, and they start laughing
Okay.
because there's no charge on it anymore.
Yeah.
All that energy, just to explain in a real nutshell, you all, to everybody watching and who's going to watch this, we've taken all that charge that was on that. I'm really sick and tired of people disappearing on me and disrespecting me in my work. We've taken all that negative charge, we've diffused it. And so, what it means now, Shiraz, this is the fun part, is that now you've got all that energy freed up to
Yeah.
create what you want.
Cool.
And in this case, it could be whatever you want. It could be reaching out to people. It could be just celebrating all the clients you have. But you have your energy that was being siphoned off into that return to you. So I like to say to people that after we do this work, and again, this is thought field, like thoughts, thought field therapy created by psychologist Dr. Roger Callahan, and I incorporate it with Reiki and with dowsing and muscle testing. I use them all together because I like systems of checks and balances, which is why I have really good results. It's very rare that I can't bring someone down to zero. Usually, the only folks that don't come down to zero are maybe somebody who had a horrible migraine, and we can get it from 10 down to 2, which is
Okay.
amazing, right? Or they have some kind of physical pain that we bring down substantially, but it's still not quite to zero. On the emotional stuff and the intellectual stuff, we bring it down to zero because I do use that system of checks and balances.
Nice.
What this means is you may be like a squirrel after we get off here. Shiraz, you may be like, let me clean out that folder. Oh my God, I'm going to go write my 100-page book. You may be filled with energy, or
Yeah.
you may be mellowed out and need a nap. And so I just say to people, listen to your body, do the thing that's right for you. So how do you feel now?
I feel good. I feel calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it? It's kind of like there's this corridor of light that opens up in our energy system with this work. You look very calm.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, good on you.
You.
Yay for being willing to let it go. And so then you and I, in strategy, we talk about some ways to reach out. That would be, for example, what we would do in a session after we cleared that. We then talk about, well, how do you want to reach out to people, and where are you going to find the best people that you love to work with? Who are those people and where are they? Let's let you be with the butterflies. How about the ones who just fly in and they say, I love you, Shiraz. Here's my credit card. And it can be that easy. It can totally be that easy. I had an enrollment like that this past week. Butterfly. And, you know, they're different from the boulders. Yes. Well done, Shiraz. Absolutely. You just got to, woohoo, we're cheering you on. So, yeah, well done. You just let it go. You were willing. And that's important. You were willing to do the work and suspend. I just say to people, we don't have to understand it as long as it works. I'm not going to give you a dissertation on it, but you went from 8 down to 0. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so there we go. There's a little smidgen for you, and I'm ready for you to coach my inner teenager.
All right. That was very cool. Thank you so much. And so we are going to take a quick commercial break and then come back, and I'm going to be coaching Dr. Barnsley, and we'll see what happens there. Okay. Here we go.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
All right, we are back with Dr. Barnsley, and she's about to get some energetic magic done on her. So if you are new to the show, what's going to happen is we're going to have a conversation about the things she needs to work on. And when I talk to you, I can tell when your conscious beliefs match your unconscious beliefs. So whenever they don't match, I'm going to tell her, well, that's not coming up true. And once we find out there's a, I don't want to call it a lie, but an inconsistency, then we're going to dig down to find out what the story is running in her subconscious that says, nope, this is a bad idea. Once we find out what the story is, I'm going to say, okay, here's the story. Are you willing to step out of that story? And if she says yes, and she means it, then it's going to shift. If she doesn't mean it, it's not going to shift. And I can tell if you mean it or not. And the cool thing is, if you're watching and you've got the same story, when I say, are you willing to step out of that story? You can say yes, wherever you are, even on the replay, and it's going to shift for you. So as you saw earlier, when energy shifts, I'm going to yawn and cough. So we're going to have that for the next little while going on. All right, Dr. Barnsley, what are we working on?
I'm already yawning.
There we go. See, it works.
That's good. I know. I should have counted how many times you yawned while we were doing that. That was cool. It's like, yeah, it's working. So okay. You want to ask me something, Shiraz, or you want me to tell you what I think is
You said something about teenager.
Yes, and I was just tuning a little bit more about my inner teenager. And here's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
You're so damn responsible. I'm tired of it. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, and I was such a goody. I studied all the time. I did theater. I did all this stuff. I was not doing the drinking and the craziness that the other kids were doing. I was, here's what I'm doing with my life. And I was working a job, and like every day I was doing something. I was the president of my junior achievement company. I was so responsible. My inner teenager's like, we're done. We don't want to do that anymore. Done.
I was the CFO of my junior achievement company.
Oh, I love that. It was such a great, you know what? I had totally forgotten about that too. I had forgotten that I was president of that company until I became an entrepreneur. And I was thinking, I don't have any precedent for being an entrepreneur. It's kind of weird. And then I realized, yes, you do. Are you kidding?
Years old, man.
Yeah. And like I raised more money for the crop walk and was on TV when I was 16 than anybody else. Like, it was always somebody who could enroll people, i.e. sell, right? And for the church world hunger, Anyway, I think my inner teenager is like, we're not going to be responsible.
Okay. Who taught you that you're supposed to be a responsible person?
That's a good question. I think my mom did.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
So her story that got imprinted on you.
Yeah, let me muscle test. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because my dad was not responsible.
Okay. Do you have to be responsible like your mom?
No.
That's not coming up true.
All right. Well, I'm muscle testing. I'm getting a no. I think there's some other form of this.
Okay.
Oh, I know what it is. I have to be responsible to earn my mom's love.
Yep. That's coming up true.
Yeah. That's what the deeper take is.
Okay. Are you willing
to doing this on people who also do this work? Because we're like, yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, here.
Yep. Okay. Are you willing to step out of the story that you have to be responsible to earn your mom's love?
Yes. I am.
Are you willing to step out of the story that you have to earn your mom's love? Oh, that is
That's a harder one.
okay. So if you have
About
to
the
earn your
resistance
mom's
on
love,
that.
then your mom controls your life. You don't control your life.
Right. That sucks.
Yep.
And I definitely did feel at that time in my life that she did control my life. Like, I mean, in the sense that she was very overprotective,
hmm
and in some ways, Shiraz, I'm grateful because I definitely didn't get into trouble.
hmm
Um, but I also didn't really go kick my heels up and do a lot of crazy stuff until I left and went to college. And even then I was, honor student and all that.
Oh yeah, you had to be, or you might lose your mom's love. And then where would you be?
So I want to give myself permission to be a reprobate for a little while. I know that
Well,
sounds funny, but like I want to give myself permission to, like, I've always worked so hard.
mhm,
Even some people I connected with recently, Shiraz, who were from high school, I said, "Well, what do you remember me as? How do you remember?" He said, "Well, you just really worked really hard."
mm,
And this was somebody I did theater with. I was like, "I worked really hard? Oh my
you-
God, you just worked really hard." And that just made me feel, oh, and now I really just want to work less and make even more, which has happened.
okay,
It's been happening for me. And I want to have even more sources of passive income. I just want it to be, yeah.
okay. Interesting. Do you deserve the rewards if you don't put in the effort?
Such an interesting question. Like, I feel I have to prove myself.
Mm,
There's a
okay,
piece of me that wants to prove. If anybody ever says you can't do that, I'm going to prove them wrong.
okay. So again, if you're trying to prove yourself to others, those others, whoever they may be,
They're
even if
controlling.
they're in control, they're in charge.
Fuck them. Oh, I should have asked you, can I curse on your show?
Absolutely. So, are you willing to step out of the story that you have to prove yourself to others?
Yes. Gosh, that's so burdensome.
Mhm.
It really is.
Okay. And I still want to go to this one because we just sort of slipped by it. Do you
Mhm.
deserve the rewards if you didn't put in the effort?
I'm getting a no when I muscle test.
Okay. So we get taught, well, you shouldn't get rewards if you haven't earned it. But from a spiritual point of view, you're deserving of everything.
Right.
And when you go fully to the spiritual point of view, then you can work hard and get something, or it can just show up in your life and you're like, hey, wow, it took zero effort at all, and anything in between. Unless you have a belief that you don't deserve it unless you put in the effort.
I have to work hard for it.
Yep. So are you willing to step out of the story that you don't deserve the rewards if you didn't put the effort in?
Can we word it differently? I feel like there's a different wording of it.
We can, but I want to do this
Okay.
first and then we
Yeah,
can work.
but can we step out? Can I step out of the story that I have to work hard in order to deserve the rewards?
Okay. Are you willing to
That's the
step
way I'm hearing it. Can
Okay.
I step out of this? Because the other way I kind of get like lost in it. Um, can I can I
Are you-
release the story? Am I willing to step out of the story that I have to work hard in order to deserve the rewards and to have the rewards?
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, I just heard the more I rest, the more I rise. That's fun. I'm writing that down.
Either crying or cursing here, sometimes both.
Yeah. Oh, I feel a little bit of the tears there, and I'm really good with that because I always say, working with people, I say we can't lie when we cry.
Hmm.
Yep. The more I rest, the more I rise. I'm jotting that down for myself for later.
Is it okay if people see you rising without working?
Oh, you had to ask that. Oh. Oh, you had to ask that. Yeah. Well, it's a no for my reaction, right?
Okay. All right.
somehow I have to see people see me work hard
Yep.
for whatever reason.
Okay.
Self S&M, right? Masochistic relationship of, yeah, I have to see people see me work hard. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And that's interesting because I'm having this little thing happen in my solar plexus right now that is like, yeah, people don't get that you've worked hard. They just see you as having it all together.
Yeah.
And they don't see that you really have put the work in on yourself. And you've put the work in. They see it like it came easy to you. And that's not true. So I need them to see that for some reason, which is very bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if you didn't need them to see that?
Yeah. And I could just get on Oprah right now. Let's go. Oh, I'm ready. So I've always wanted to be her. Let's just do this thing.
Okay. So are you willing to step out of the story that you need people to see that you've worked hard for everything you have?
Yes, I can feel it now. It's coming from my solar plexus up to my heart center. Oh, I know other people are getting this too. I can feel you all. Whoa. I can feel the other people watching in. I can feel it. It's moving. This is a good one to let go of. That damn Puritan work ethic. It'll fuck us up, but bad.
So when you just look at other people's judgments with amusement, then it doesn't affect you anymore.
Judgments, and what was the second thing?
Look at their judgments with amusement.
Oh, with amusement. Oh gosh, yeah.
I had a friend call me up one time because we were both going to an event, and she had done a whole bunch of research online. She found that there was one site had a really good reduced discount rate on the hotel we were staying in. And so she called me up and she said, look, I found this, there's room rate and it's a room with 2 queens. Do you want to go in half so we can get it even down even further? And I'm like, sure. And so she said, okay, I'll go ahead and book it. And just before she hung up, she goes, wait a second. I did all the research. I did all the work. I called you up and you just have to give me half the money. So it's so easy for you. And I went, yeah. She goes, this is how you do your life, isn't it? I went, yeah.
Nice.
Right.
See, I really am gonna. Where did the cat go? I really am gonna be a cool cat after this.
It's fun.
Mellow down more. I don't know. I love the bouncy Barnsley energy. It's a high fun energy, and yes, back to the inner teenager for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a call at 4, by the way, Shiraz. So we'll just finish. We're going to finish. The inner teenager. Okay, this is the moment of really great vulnerability, and I'm going to share this on all my channels because I want people to know this. I felt so ugly as a teenager. All right. I had, I was a lot slimmer than I am now, but I had large thighs. I always had large thighs. They run in my family. My daughter has them too. We curvilicious, and I had braces and glasses, and God, I felt ugly. I felt just ugly, and I was in, my parents had broken up, and it was just a really hard time, like that time from 12 to 16. And at 16, I made a decision to be happy. I talked about this in a podcast last week, which was a lot of fun. I made an actual decision to be happy at age 16. So what I'm hearing is that this little feeling ugly, I was by no means ugly, but I felt ugly. And I had corrective shoes. Did I mention that? Nope. I had to wear corrective shoes because when I was born, I was coughed into my mom's birth canal. And so I wore braces on my legs for the first 2 years of my life. Wow. Big metal braces. Anyway, point being of all that, there was a lot that made me feel kind of ugly, and plus all the toxicity in my parents' breakup. So what I'm hearing is that this little inner teenager is like, yeah, we get to love us We're amazing. We're so cool. We're so fantastic. We're so loving, kind, blah, blah, blah. I just hear this stuff. And other people's ideas about us don't matter. And that's another aspect of this judgment piece.
Okay.
Right? Like I got attention then by being that honor student, being that person with all the accolades.
Okay. Do you
So let's let that go.
Yep.
How
Do
about?
you need to work hard and get the accolades in order for people to see you?
No.
And that's not coming up true. So are you willing
Oh,
to
really?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you willing to step out of that story?
The story of the accolades, that I need to have accolades for people to listen.
Yes.
Maybe it needed to be worded that way. I'm willing to step out of the story that I need accolades for people to be willing to listen to me, what I have to say, or that I have to earn the right to speak. How about that? There you go, Shiraz. That's it. Will I step out of the fucking story that I need to earn the right to speak?
Okay. Will you?
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I've got like this thing going on behind my heart energy center right now.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. How's that feel?
Good. I heard I've already earned it over and over again. It's like done. That's done. Just stand in it now. You know? Yeah, it feels complete. I'm not getting anything else when I muscle test. What are you getting?
It feels good.
Feels complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel it in my solar plexus. I feel my solar plexus. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you, whoever said nice job, Dr. B. I hope you'll be in touch. Let's do some work. All this stuff is so much fun. I love the fact that we all, don't you love this, Shiraz, that we all get cleared when we do this work?
Absolutely.
It's like everybody who watches this from now on is going to get cleared by the work you and I did and the work you just did with me. And it's like, how freaking cool is that? And I never thought about, I want to give you credit here, Shiraz. I never thought about it, but now I'm like, whoa, I kind of want to do little things with people with the tapping and coaching and just put those up too for other people to benefit.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my my whole YouTube
channel.
So
yes. I know, and I had never thought about that. Like doing, because, well, one thing I worried about is, some of the stuff I do with people is so very, there have been stuff where people were assaulted. There's been stuff where they were molested. There's big time stuff. Mm-hmm. However, the people that I work with trust me, and I think some of them may be willing to go forward and.
And all the ones that are on my channel, it's actually when I do my free workshop each month. I say, if you want to get work done, I want you to know this is going up on YouTube. So if you don't want it on YouTube, don't raise your hand. So they've already all given consent right before I work on it.
Beautiful.
Yep.
I love that. Well, maybe I'll do, I'd been doing this webinar that I really love called The 5 Action Stoppers That Are Destroying Your Business. But it just makes me think about another part of this, which is to actually clear some of it for people, in that.
Yep.
In that webinar. I don't want to make it too long, but hey, what do y'all think who are listening? Would you come to that? The 5 action stoppers that are destroying your business. And then we do some clearing.
So you're teaching them the 5 action stoppers and then clearing them around why they wouldn't actually take it.
Because we all have all 5. It's just that we may be dominant, and these are not the normal things that you think about. This is not the stupid stuff that people put, like, procrastination. No, we go really deep. Okay. Yeah. And then we could clear one, I would say, one of them, because everybody has all 5 to some degree.
Yep.
Yeah. Love that.
All right.
Well, Shiraz, how fun has this been?
This has been great. So if people would like to get in contact with you, number one, it's in the show notes. But
Beautiful.
since we're live, how can they get in touch with you?
They can go to Spirited, SPIRITED dash. Make sure you put the dash, not an underscore, or you'll get a really boring computer company if you leave both of those out. Spirited-solutions.com. And I do have a complimentary ebook there on how to overcome overwhelm in 7 easy steps that people love. It's a lot of fun, but it's chock full of great things that you can implement immediately to have 2 or more hours every day extra for who and what you love.
Per day?
Yep, per day.
That's crazy.
It's great.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Great. And those of you who are watching, I'd love for you to come and subscribe to my YouTube channel and tune in for Bold Badass Business. And actually, Shiraz was just on there last Friday talking about the secret reasons why you really don't want success in your business. It was a wonderful interview. And there are a year and a half of interviews up there with really huge people like Natalie Ledwell from Mind Movies and Marcy Shimoff and some other really big people who, like you say, Shiraz, they just showed up. They showed up. And I said, yes, welcome, come in. And there's a vault that you all get access to all sorts of gifts, by the way, that's available. Just listen in on an episode and you'll find out about the vault and can just go get all these free gifts, thousands of dollars, including one from Shiraz.
Yes.
So, yeah, I love it. We're here to be of service, right?
We are. All right. So thank you so much, Dr. Barnsley. This has been an amazing I'm going to say interview, but it's actually like a whole session thing. So
yeah, Shiraz, I totally enjoyed this. I appreciate you. I love you. And I want you to hear that. And I know that other people do too.
And here's what's amusing is Jessica's putting a comment in the chat about the stuff I'm supposed to promote. However, this particular month, Jessica, I've got it up on my screen. So coming up this week, Project Joy, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. The Breakthrough Show, Friday, 1 p.m. Spirit Sessions, Sundays, 12 p.m. And then we've also got a poetry workshop going on today at 5 p.m. Craft Circle tomorrow at 2 p.m. And a lot more stuff going on if you're in the community. So if you haven't joined the community, join the community. I'm freaking Jessica out now because usually I'm like, Jessica, what's coming up? I didn't look it up. I should really know what this is. And coming up on Rewriting Reality next month, Karen Gray is going to be here. She's a confidence and wealth coach for women. So we got, I got my shit together this month. So,
Shiraz, I got some other people to recommend to you too, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, who I think
all right,
would be.
And I know you have to be gone in less than a minute, so we're going to end the show now. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Rewriting Reality will be back next month. Take care.